Can I be honest with you? Like, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. You seriously are not gonna like what I'm gonna say because I didn't like when I said it to myself. A lot of this suffering that you feel in the EB1 process, you're probably doing it to yourself. Again, I told you you're not going to like this because I know I would not have liked somebody to say this to me as I was doing it to myself. And I'll tell you how I did it to myself. And I wonder if you can relate. So when I started looking at EB1 very seriously, it was 2019. And 2019 was the time when I realized that I could not stay at my workplace because it had become so toxic, particularly with one professor. And I knew that I had to get out of that workplace. And the only way that I could get out of that workplace was if I had flexibility in my immigration status. And the only way that could happen, in simple terms, was if I got my green card. Now, my EB2 priority date was in 2016. There is no way in hell that I was getting out of that workplace with that priority date because I would not get my green card to that priority date. The only way that I could get out and set myself free was through the green card, through EB1. So 2019 was when I felt that deep pain of wanting to leave a place that no longer served me. It took me another 3 years to make that deep pain and desire into a reality. And all through those 3 years, I suffered. Why did I suffer? Because I put the pressure of me wanting to leave a toxic workplace all on my EB1 progress. So this is how it worked out. That man, I need to leave this place. I need to get EB1 done. Why am I not ready? Why is this not enough? Why is my lawyer not saying this? If only I could step back and tell myself, my present self to that past self, that, yo, I understand that you really have a pain. It is valid, but that has no bearing on the readiness that you need to show for EB1. Does not matter how bad the situation is. EB1 deserves this person. You need to be this person, and you are not that person. So stop putting pressure on something where you should not be putting the pressure on. And that's exactly what I see a lot of folks doing in this journey, where they might be, like me, stuck in a workplace that they have outgrown, that every single day seems to be an uphill climb, or that they have lost somebody back home. They must have lost their parent, their mom or dad, and they are worried sick what's going to happen to that other parent. I can't really keep going back every 1 to 3 years and get my visa renewed, and that's the only time that I see them, or pluck my parents from where they are and let them stay over here for 6 months as they're battling with depression because they're so secluded over here. And this entire mess is getting to their mind, or they want to set the right example for their child growing up, or their child is aging out in America, and the only escape route is EB1, and now they want to do anything for that. That is a recipe for disaster. Because right now, you're not building EB1 with drive, you're building EB1 with desperation. And when you're desperate, predators can smell that from miles away. Because now you're willing to do anything. Now the boundaries of rationality and morality have been blurred. You never want to approach EB1 that way because of what the visa deserve, but most importantly, what the implications can be on your immigration status. Look, I came to the US as an F1 student. I still remember how I was crapping ice cubes because I didn't know that I would get an F1 visa. Even before that, I got an B1, B2 visa. And I seen firsthand how hard the US immigration system makes it for us to get a temporary visa. Over here, you're trying to migrate permanently. Do you think they're going to make it easy for you? So, how is it that when the stakes are so high that you are so desperate to cut corners? Makes no sense. So give yourself that level of honesty and that and mindset that my reasons for getting a green card is valid, and I accept that I need to put in the work for EB1, and I accept that it may take time depending on where your starting position is. So I hope for everything, for what it's worth, EB1 is a painful journey in and of itself. Don't make it more painful by these misplaced whys or misplaced reasons that you have in your life, and make this journey even more painful in your mind than what it is in reality. I hope it helps.